Hey guys, welcome to the VCT Best Clutch Breakdown series where we take a look at some of the most amazing clutches throughout this APAC stage. I'm Blackenblue and join me as we tune in. Seeing the group stages of the VCT APAC Stage 2, it's becoming more and more evident which teams are a cut above the rest. The gauntlet being the ultimate test for some teams and the final stop for others. But for an elite few, it's an opportunity for them to rise above the adversity and make magic happen. We're going to be taking a look at two clutches today here that absolutely blew us away on this episode of the Clutch Breakdown series. Let's start things off by looking at Adrien King from Alter Ego here representing Indonesia versus the #1 team of India in global esports. So we start off this clip with Alter Ego really being put in a difficult spot, right? They lose 3 players early on, especially these two from the sand position as they're trying to punish, hopefully, the intents here being put out by the Brimstone on Global Esports' side, but they lose to it. That leaves them in a pretty dry spot here, waiting towards that A main position. That's all they can really come out of right now because they don't have control of anything else. Luckily for Alter Ego, 𝙎𝙩𝙖 gets the kill, but it does go traded immediately here, coming from the Sage of Global Esports, but the retaliation from Adrien King, it's perfect. Flashpoint out and he just completely swings wide while using his mobility to his advantage, knowing that his opponent was blind as well to get that kill at range with a Spectre. Now, here's a real problem though. He isn't exactly sure where the last 2 remaining players of Global Esports are. So with that, he taps the spike just to maybe force a reaction out of the defender's side and spawn if in case they were there. But alas, they're not. He doesn't have information to go off of, but still tries to see what he can find. Taps the spike once more to actually plant it, but with a fault line being thrown out here by Global Esports, that gives him information that they are both waiting in A main, and he's got a Rolling Thunder to throw out right on time, and that will keep them at bay for the most part. Not going to be able to overrun him now on the site and overwhelm him. He knows that he has time to bide, and his fault line is about to come up as well in like 4 or 5 seconds. He uses that to his advantage. They're funneled here right now. Checks just to make sure that nobody's following up on the balloon bot that was thrown out towards him, and that really does confirm his suspicions that yes, 2 players are coming from A main. Fault line, he's gonna throw it out, and when this does pop, he swings to the right side, hearing that the Raze is coming to his left on lightning fast, and gets the opening kill that he needed. And with that, he knows exactly where to look, and that he does. Taking down the final player here to pull off the clutch versus Global Esports, Adrien King. He's been a household name in the FPS scene for Southeast Asia for quite a while, and in that clutch, he showed the world exactly why. The next one we're going to see here is one of the best clutches we've seen throughout the entirety of the VCT APAC Stage 2 period, with nothing short of an ace clutch to extend this series into a 3rd and final map. Come to witness the incredible Apena in his clutch, coming from FW Esports representing Thailand versus Vietnam's Fancy United. Now, admittedly, Apena and FW Esports here from Thailand are put in a pretty tough position versus Fancy from Vietnam. Now, we see them in a 2v4, and Apena is the only player that has gotten a kill in this round for his team. Trying to defend his teammate who's planning to spike, he pushes his defender's sided spawn to try and gain them some semblance of control and allow him to plant safely. They get the spike planted down, but in that case he realizes, I made too much contact there towards the spawn entrance, let me see what else I can find otherwise. And that, he finds an amazing pick, the most important pick I think of this entire round, and the fact that he drops that chamber from heaven here on Fancy United's side, that takes out the Overwatch position that they had, really gave them so much more control, and now, because of that pick, FW Esports and Apena, they're able to move about a bit more freely, especially towards the backside. Even though, yes, there is an Astra still waiting there, it's a lot better than having that chamber on tour de force. In that case though, they make contact here towards short, they've been spied out. FW, they give away their positions, and now they have to fight here. That haunt being thrown out will delay Fancy United's retake from A short for the meantime, but it's not really going to help out because being pincered from both A short and as well as this heaven position that we see right here being played out by Fancy United is a tough ask for you to have to deal with. And in that case, well, The opening pick here in this case is found by that Astra once more, who's gotten himself quite a few in the round already. In this case, with Apena being trapped between a rock and a hard place, he knows that while he might not have the best positioning for this fight, for this scenario, he's got the ample amount of mechanics and aim to make it happen. In that case, he dodges the guiding light and the paranoia to anticipate the swing and take down that Skye. Realizing the heaven drop as he heard the sound cue pushing out here, he gets that second kill as well to make sure that it comes down to the 1v1. One more kill to extend this series into a third and final map to decide who really is the best. With time not in his favor, he pushes this spike defuse and gets that final kill that they needed to bring this into map 3. What an amazing clutch here coming from Apena, where all the odds seemed against him, outgunned, outmanned, and outpositioned. He makes sure that he still leaves all cards on the table. Absolutely crazy clutches we witnessed here today, and it's only just beginning in the VCT APAC stage, so make sure you guys tune in to the spectacle that is the Valorant Champions Tour APAC and watch your favorite players pull off the best clutches you will ever see. For the meantime though, I am Blackenblue, and that is it for this time's episode of the VCT Best Clutch Breakdown series. I'll see you guys next time around.